Megyn Kelly leaves Piers Morgan speechless after she goes and unloads on Dr. I put that in quotes for a reason, Jill Biden. Guys, this is going to be a fun one. As I'm sure you know, Megyn Kelly is very much a household name within any kind of Republican or conservative audience. She was on Fox News for years and years and years. She had a stint on NBC where she was fired for daring to say that somebody could wear blackface in a Halloween costume and that she doesn't see a problem with that. Oh, how dare she? She got fired for that, by the way. Just crazy. Totally nutty stuff. All that to say, she has a well-established history with some nice controversy in there as well, and I think you're gonna enjoy the clip. So we're gonna get right into it, but first, my friends, yeah, I know it, you know it, everybody knows it, to quote a famous orange man that we know. Please make sure you like our video, share it around, and yes, subscribe to the Resist the Mainstream YouTube channel. That way, we can keep pumping out these great clips for you guys. So we really appreciate it, and thank you so much for your support. As always, I'm your host, Arian, and let's get it on. Let's check out the clip.
I mean, we're assuming Biden is going to be replaced. It's not happened yet. And of course, if he digs his heels in and says, I'm not going anywhere, then it may be they can't do it, you know, under the rules of the Democratic Party. Where does Jill Biden sit in all this, Dr. Biden? Because I watched that debate from start to finish with a mounting sense of real bemusement why any spouse, a younger spouse in particular, would allow their older, beloved other half to be humiliated like that on a global stage. And she must have known that this was highly likely to happen, because from all the reports now coming out, as the media finally takes its blinkers off, this is not a one-off. This has been what he's been like quite regularly in the last few months and 2 years or so. What do you think of Jill Biden's role here and her responsibilities?
I think she's been exposed as a power-hungry aspirant herself to political power. She is on the cover of Vogue magazine right now.
Yeah.
Why? Because she wants to promote herself. She tweeted out a photo of herself sitting in the president's chair not long ago when he was preparing for the G7 meeting with his chair hanging over the back of the chair. She's not the damn president. Get out of the chair. No one wants you at the G7. No one elected you to lead us politically. And a couple of years ago, I did a bit that went viral on how she insists on being called Dr. Jill Biden everywhere. And all these left-wingers got upset with me. She is a doctor. She's got her PhD. She's in education, what have you. I don't make fun of that degree. My own father had that degree. But my father would never have insisted somebody call him Dr. Kelly. He went by professor, and that was a title he'd earned. Why does she insist on it? Because she's power hungry. Because she has a small, fractured ego that she needs built up. She needs the affirmation of strangers to give her an honorarium. That really means almost nothing. The only people who get to be called doctor legitimately, I understand, no disparaging of the degree, are medical doctors. If you can't say, yes, I will resuscitate him when he has a heart attack on a plane, stop using that label. When you get introduced at a book club or on The View, which is what she does, all right?
Joe Biden, or should I say Jill Biden's economy, because maybe she's the master puppeteer, I don't know, has been a disaster, guys. I am so sick of it, and I'm sure you are too. While we can't, of course, change their policy, sadly, one thing we can do is hedge for inflation. Very important thing. That's why I've decided to invest in some precious metals and partner with Goldco. Guys, Goldco is a great company, okay? You can use them as a hedge against inflation. If you have any existing IRA or retirement accounts, you can literally roll them over penalty-free, guys. Why would you do this? Well, for one, historically, the value of gold has gone up as the dollar has inflated. Pretty cool, right? I think that's a big deal. Furthermore, Goldco is a great company. They have fantastic customer service, a white glove treatment. You can ask them questions whenever. They're totally cool with it. They're not gonna make you feel bad or dumb or anything. They understand that it's a very important decision, and they're there to support you. So please, if you're interested, go ahead and go to rtmgold.com, okay? You can also click that link in the description. It'll take you right there, and you can even get a free kit to help you figure out what precious metals might make sense for you. Once again, that's rtmgold.com. You can either type it in your browser or go to the link in the description.
And I do think it's tied to what we're seeing now, the big reveal about her. She's power hungry. She wants it. What did we see from her on debate night? We saw her take the stage and guide the president of the United States down the stairs like a mama would of a toddler, like you and I both did when our kids were babies. And then after the debate, that clip that was everywhere with her saying, "You did it. You answered all the questions." Again, speaking to her the way I speak to my dog when he sits on command.
It really was.
This is the leader of the free world. She knows how infirm he is. She wants a shadow presidency. And let me tie it to one other thing. The reports are out this week that Hunter Biden,
I know, this is incredible that he's advising him,
is at the White House and attending all the meetings with the president. As what, our new shadow president? Right, exactly. Because Joe Biden can't do it. And so on deck is the drug-addled, corrupt felon son? Hard no. This whole family needs to be bounced out of this office. And I think even the Democrats are starting to realize it.
You guys remember that really recent event when Joe Biden allegedly pooped his pants? If not, check out Jill's face on that video. It's pretty funny. Biden's cognitive abilities are just beyond absurdly bad. It was obvious, and frankly, in 2019, and anyone who didn't see it was obviously just getting duped by the media, as far as I'm concerned. But look at him now. I mean, literally just the other day, he went, "Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the noble president of Ukraine, President Putin."
To stand with Ukraine. I've said before, Russia will not prevail in this war. Ukraine will prevail in this war, and we'll stand with them every single step of the way. That's what the compact says, loudly and clearly. And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. You can beat President Putin. President Zelensky.
All this complaining and whining about how terrible and evil and big and mean that Putin is, and just the nonstop blubbering about how Zelensky is just such a great guy and an ally to the United States with the Western liberal democracy of Ukraine, and he can't even get his presidents of Ukraine and Russia straight. It's insane. Unless you think that that was just one flub, which obviously it wasn't. It was probably the millionth one we've seen in the past 4 years. Well, in that same speech, he literally talked about Vice President Trump. Are you kidding me? The guy can't even tell his friends and foes apart. And somehow, we're supposed to accept that he's a president of the United States and we're supposed to respect him or something. What a joke.
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, but I think she was not qualified to be president. So let's start there. Number one. The fact is that the consideration is that I think I'm the most qualified person to run for president.
Well, guys, we really hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, be sure to comment below. Please let us know what you liked, what you want to see next, and we'll see you guys again very soon. Thanks so much, and God bless.